Hello, once again. This is Brother Teacher, a young man that I know pretty well. Uh, reposted the video and he sent me the highlight of that video earlier today, and I responded to the video. And he's a martial arts practitioner, as I am, of course. Uh, and it was about a hostage situation where a young lady, she appeared to be Asian, was being held hostage by a man that was wielding a knife. And she was panicked and he was serious. And the caption read something like, uh, never underestimate a bladed weapon. This right here is no joke. I don't care who you are or what you think. A gun is a deadly weapon. And a person can have a gun in their possession and they can accidentally fire the gun. It could go off. You know, it's easy to do. But a knife, and I tell my students, and I have said this for many years and I don't change, a knife is a very, very personal weapon, dangerous weapon when it comes to physical confrontations. People die daily from knife wounds. There are so many different things that you can do with a knife in terms of damage to a human being, uh, damaging organs and people bleeding out in a short period of time. And that is the weapon of choice for some people, many people, and oftentimes the older generation, older men even, and women. So you have to take it very seriously. So this gentleman, fortunately, was tackled to the ground by three or four men, and they got control over that situation, saving that lady's life. But it could have gone worse than that. So I'm going to say this to you. Those of you that are studying martial arts, some form of martial arts, or self defense, make sure that you don't play with weapons as if you're doing a skit or it's a rehearsed play or some choreographed thing that's going on. I know a lot of times I see people kind of joke, when they're doing little situational dramas, as it were, with self defense. Life is serious, ladies and gentlemen. And your life can be gone in a flash. It can. So, as it relates to a life in a knife situation, when you are learning self defense against a bladed weapon, a knife, you need to know what you're doing. And I'll be doing some knife videos here in the very near future, very, very near future. That even escalates or exacerbates the issue as far as me wanting to do the knife thing. I was going to do it before. I have many years ago. But anyway, up and coming is coming. So, getting back to my point on the knife, you have to shut the individual down. You don't play with an individual that has a knife. And when a person attacks you with a knife, they intend to kill you. I don't believe that you can have a knife and attack someone and say, well, I just wanted to kind of cut him a little bit. No, that individual intended to kill you. There's no mild wounds because you don't know how the person who's going to be receiving the injury is going to respond to you attacking them. They're going to panic. And 9 times out of 10, if you are attacked by someone with a knife, no matter what your skill is, you're going to get cut. 9 times out of 10. Now, you're fortunate with that 1% if you don't get cut. And you have to be aware of your surroundings all of the time, situational awareness, and you have to be aware of the individual in front of you and pay close attention. And you have to train as close to reality as possible in these types of scenarios. So I say, and I can only say this now because I'm not demonstrating right now, that if a person attacks you with a knife, control the arm that's holding the knife. That's me speaking in general right now. And you attack vital targets on that person's body to shut that person down. Now, if you're carrying a firearm, hopefully you are aware in advance that that person is coming at you with a knife and you can have the advantage. But knife on knife kind of situation, I don't see that happening too often unless you are trained in some kind of Filipino martial arts or what have you. You just have some great training. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to get cut. It's that simple. And if you get cut, do not panic. Because if you panic, it doesn't change the mind of that person that's attacking you if they are hell-bent on hurting you and or killing you. Follow what I'm saying. Okay, I speak from experience, and I have studied this for many, many years, and I've seen the casualties of war, so to speak, as a result of a knife attack. And it is horrendous. It's terrible. But anyway, with that being said, stay on top of your training. Be realistic in your training. Practice often. And practice as close to reality as possible. And be serious about what you're doing. That was it for this segment. And that was all.